Do you ever have one of these days when you wake up already tired and feeling like doing nothing? No energy to cook a healthy breakfast, just doom scrolling through reels or TikToks to keep your eyes open and not fall back to sleep. Exercising or meditating sound like the last thing you'd want to do. In this video, I'll talk about how surfing helped me get out of this endless samsara cycle of suffering because of my own lifestyle choices.
But you're not a Buddhist.
And it doesn't need to be hard. I hope this will be useful for you and give you some ideas on how you can feel better and have more energy for everyday life. Everyone talks about this already, like how bad these habits are for your health. You already know, yet knowing about them and actually acting are two completely different things. Why is it so hard to make a choice that's right for you? It was unbearable. I woke up with anxiety, scrolling TikToks before even getting out of bed, surviving off coffee, skipping meals, calling it hustle. I looked fine on the outside, functioning, but on the inside, my brain felt like 30 tabs open, all buffering. I hit a point when I knew I had to change something, but not just one thing, the whole routine. And I started with the ocean. My burnout from work was so strong that it forced me to take some time off work, and I finally got a chance to devote more time and energy to my surf progress. From being an occasionally below average surfer, I could train to be able to surf big waves in Nazaré and other spots. These are the most crucial things I noticed that changed my life for the best. Did you know that one sleepless night equals legally drunk brain? After just 17 hours awake, your reaction time is like someone with a blood alcohol level of 0.05%. One study showed people who slept only 6 hours a night for 2 weeks performed as badly on cognitive tests as someone legally drunk but reported feeling fine. Poor sleep also triggers up to a 60% increase in emotional reactivity. Your amygdala, like a panic button, goes into a turbo mode when you're sleep deprived. One night of bad sleep and your brain acts like it's been chased by wolves. In just 1 week of 6-hour sleep nights, over 700 genes responsible for immune function and stress response are altered. Less than 6 hours of sleep equals 70% drop in immune system power, and if you have a week of say 4 or 5 hours per night, your body's immune defenses are barely functioning. Since surfing became my anchor to catch waves, I had to actually sleep, like real deep device-free sleep. I struggled a lot with setting up a routine, and the most helpful for me turned out to be remove all devices, phones, TV, laptop, at least 2 hours before going to bed. For me, it's 6:30 p.m. I go to bed at the same time every day. I live in places where sunrise and sunsets are always the same at 6. So I wake up 6 a.m. with sunrise and go to bed 2 hours after sunset at 8 or 9 tops. If you struggle falling asleep early, go outside, watch sunset. It will help your brain naturally to prepare for sleep and calm down. Have an early dinner, don't eat much before going to bed. If you don't have much time or energy for this, do just one thing, go devices free 1 hour before bed. It will already make a change. The second crucial thing for me was food and not eating enough of protein. According to research, most people eat more carbs than protein at breakfast, and it makes them more tired. Low protein breakfasts lead to blood sugar crashes, mood swings, and craving junk by 11 a.m. Protein is so essential for your motivation and happiness that if you're low on protein, your brain naturally feels like there is not enough of feel good or go get it chemicals. After 30, if you don't eat enough of protein, your muscle starts disappearing even if you're active. That is called sarcopenia, and it's a silent reason people feel weak and tired. Protein isn't optional, it's maintenance fuel. I personally had a long history of eating disorders, and only surfing, the need to have energy and power to go over there, allowed me to get over it and to be consistent with my healthy eating. If I didn't eat enough of protein, I would feel weak, and if I didn't eat enough of carbs, I almost literally drowned. You can track your food intake with easy apps what you eat during the day to get an understanding if you consume enough of protein and carbs. Drop your feedback in the comment if you ever use any of these apps. Number 3, which is crucial for me, is phone device time. People who check their phone first thing in the morning have higher cortisol levels, so more stress during the whole day. Morning phone use kicks off the threat detection mode and your stress system stays switched on. So it was a big one for me. I stopped starting my day on my phone. I had to go get ready and serve. No doom scrolling, no checking my work emails in bed. And it gave me the space and time to think, to be intentional, and to start the day in the way I wanted. Also, another thing about device stuff, if you communicate over voice notes with your friends or family, I randomly saw this one on TikTok and then noticed myself how true it was, how listening on 1.5 and double speed adds to your anxiety. I started to listen at normal speed and I felt so much better. From my point of view, if you don't have time to listen, maybe don't listen at all, don't get involved into that conversation, and maybe later when you have time and you want to be engaged in those voice notes, then maybe you can listen at the normal pace. The next thing, meditation. I thought it's only for the people who are into Buddhism and enlightened ones until I tried breath work for surfers. Just 10 minutes a day, and it turned out to be a lifesaver, not just for surfing but also for my mental health. And that's probably one of the best productivity hacks I ever did. It helped me with self-negative talk, and instead of saying I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I started telling myself you got this. It helped me to implement this mindset not only at sports but also in my career, content, other areas of my life. The next thing, consistency. This is where the mindset comes in as well. You can't wait to feel motivated or for a better day when you magically have more energy. You've got to build systems. I stopped saying I'll try and I started saying I show up. Even when it's messy, even when I don't feel really good. Surf forced me to show up every day and I started to enjoy the small progress. That allowed me to see how I ruined my own progress in other areas of my life by not showing up and being inconsistent. In my career and other areas of my life, I used to think, oh, if it's small, I'd rather not do it at all. This weird form of perfectionism. Surfing consistently every day and enjoying the small progress, I could change that. The last thing is time in nature. I didn't realize how disconnected I was until I spent the time being in nature, just in the ocean, no agenda, just me and the water. So the most valuable insight and realization for me was that instead of fighting 5 bad habits at the same time, which is super hard, I could just acquire one healthy, and one is enough. Something that you're truly passionate about, that you enjoy doing, that makes your heart sing. And it just naturally helps you to get better in all other areas of your life. If you're feeling anxious or burned out, just start small. Wake up and don't grab a phone. Move, eat a real breakfast, breathe, and see what happens. You got this.